My neighbor's right there. He's gonna be like, what is he doing? Well guys, today should be a really fun day. As you can see behind me, I've got a lot of cars outside. A lot of my cars that actually run. Let's go. We're gonna be doing, I don't know how many of these cars we're going to be tuning, but we've got Ethan from Trackstar here. We'll say hi to him in a second. I'm very far away from him. But I think we're gonna go ahead and start off with the IS300. If you want to see, we're definitely going to also be tuning the Evo today. If you want to see that, that'll be a separate video. A lot of you guys have been anticipating this car to being tuned, and I'm super excited to give you guys an update on just a synopsis of what we did. This is a stock a stock 2JZ GE. It's a VVTi. About, dude, almost like a year and a half ago, I guess, I started turboing this car, and it just kind of didn't work because I needed a lot of fabrication done. This was before Drew was kind of helping me out in the shop. We did a CX Racing turbo kit, and I wanted to kind of like prove that you could boost a car on a budget, and it ended up not being on a budget because I had to get, I had to relocate the ECU, get a really nice ECU, get a custom harness and all that kind of stuff. So big thank to Tweaked Harnesses as well. Tweaked helped us out on the harness for this car, and we'll be tuning it on ECU Master as well. But we've got the CX Racing kit. No, I'm not endorsing them at all. They didn't, I just paid for the kit because it was really inexpensive. eBay intake manifold. Deechworks did also help us out a big fat ton on this as well. We love Deechworks. They are amazing. We got a fuel pump in here. I don't even know what size injectors, but we've done so much fab. We've been working on this. Drew's been doing a phenomenal amount of work on this car because it's had leak after leak after leak. And I mean, you guys know Japanese cars, JZs, RBs, they just wake up and manifest oil leaks of the day. We've also done suspension, wheels, tires, and nothing grippy, because this car is really, honestly, like with a W55 and an NAT, stock NAT, you really don't want to grip too much and put too much load on it. So
W55, yeah, even weaker than the W55.
Even weaker,
We've had good
allegedly.
luck so far though on the Supra, you know. Not had good luck on the Supra? Did you have some?
Well, I don't know at this point. We're definitely clutch slipping. Those slicks did not help.
Yeah, I did see a little.
Before we go, I always like to give you guys a little bit of an update because I film so sporadically. First off, Friday, March 11th, our next giveaway starts. So make sure you guys mark your calendars for that. We have tons of new merch. Very comfortable. We have so much product on hand, ready to go. And we have really, really cool designs and very comfortable stuff. Hey, look, guys. My garage is very empty. It's very dirty too, so I'm gonna keep these cars outside and probably clean the floor. I gotta clean up all this overspray. Ethan's also gonna do a couple touch-ups on the Supra today, but honestly, we can't really do too much because Drew needs to build me a cash can. I just spew oil out of the PCVs at the moment, and that is very dangerous because it could, hit a tire, land on a tire, or something catch on fire. We don't want that. That car's not really making progress. I'm waiting on a bunch of hardware still for the Z. This car still is the death of me, but today, when I'm filming this is March 3rd, so it's 33 days, so I won't kick it. That's your gift for 33 day, bud. I don't know what you want to do, but I think she's ready to go.
Have timing lights already been done on it?
Yeah, timing's been checked. I think I've literally been driving this car around. So it just doesn't make any boost. So let's go, boys. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and just go to the gas station. I guess you can make some tweaks right now. I don't know how much ethanol percentage is, but we're gonna go to the gas station. I'll fill up the rest of the tank. If not, we can just tune it as it is if we don't have E85, but that would suck.
How much gas is in it right now?
Half tank.
Okay.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I want to say it was almost empty. Actually, it was on empty. So this is probably mostly all E85 actually.
Right,
okay, so right now, if I blip the throttle, I want to say just the fueling just a little, it's probably too rich right now.
Yeah, it's definitely on the rich side. We're sitting at a 13 there in idle. And then when you revved it definitely got into some tens and single.
All right, cool.
So, looks like I'll need to trim some fuel away pretty quick.
Oh, also big thanks to Advanced Clutch. We got a new clutch for this as well. You can already hear the wastegate open and stuff.
It's rich, but it looks fine so far for sure.
Cool. Now with the solenoid, do you need to do anything to set that up? Like, will it work? You want me to
well, right now it's not active, so I need to turn it on.
Gotcha.
Turn it off and then go position 2.
Okay.
We might be able to hear it even here. Let me
wait till that stupid thing's done talking to us. Just IS300 things.
Aux 2, and it's not active right now. If we listen really closely, there's a chance we'll be able to hear it.
Here, let me.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, looky there.
You're a solenoid.
All right.
So we still won't turn that on yet because we need to make it perfect on the lowest boost possible.
Okay. You know, for how low this car is, I'm really impressed that I'm not just rubbing everywhere, especially with 2 people in here. Like, that's a close one. It's feeling good. Oh yeah, it feels good. So based off of gate pressure, how much can like a 3-port solenoid do on top of gate pressure? Like, is it like, can you double it? Can you triple it? Like, what is effectively?
It definitely depends on a bunch of other things, like what's the turbine size, because the back pressure is the key ingredient there. Once you start getting massive back pressure, I think it did pick up a tiny bit there.
Yeah, I felt a little faster.
Once you start getting massive back pressure, it's much harder to go up in boost then.
Okay. That feels pretty good.
Yep, we got a little bit more boost.
Okay. Listen, you guys can maybe hear it. Turbo's still spinning. The car's been off probably a minute or 2 now. That's actually pretty good. I'm kind of impressed. Seems pretty fun so far. I'm kind of ready to lose traction.
Should be. I mean, once we get up to like 14, 15 pounds here, it should be spinning them pretty good, I think.
We actually ended up doing a BRZ diff in this car too. I don't know if I've told you guys that, but we just got some like Sumitomos or something. Yeah. 265s, I believe. So it shouldn't really grip that much. It should be pretty willing to just blow off the tires. Oh, I love the song.
I've enjoyed the musical selection.
That felt good. That was good too.
That was 169. It's still way south of 13 pounds right now.
Okay.
Tires are hanging on a lot longer than I expected.
I know. This is yeah. Dude, once it hits like 5,000 RPMs, it gets going.
Whoa, there's a boost cut. Wait, shouldn't have done a boost cut there. We didn't hit. So don't do it again.
I just blew off an intercooler piping.
Okay, because I'm like, yeah, we didn't hit a cut, man.
Major boost leak. We blew this coupler off, and I was trying to tighten it down, and the clamp decided to turn into a triangle instead of a circle. We were like right around 13 or so PSI. This thing's feeling really good, but it just needs, you know, a new clamp. False alarm, guys. 1 pull later, and we had a new boost leak, but I think we're good now. You think we're solid?
That side is solid.
Okay.
No promises over here yet.
Yeah. We're just gonna keep tuning, and then I'll start recording when I start breaking traction.
Is
Is that a boost cut?
Yeah,
Damn.
that's a cut. Where is the mouse? It's amazing how you can't find it.
Custom cursor, like I
Need
can
a big,
yellow.
like, flashing freaking
Yeah. Wow.
Feeling good.
That's awesome. What's
230, so that's like 18.
Oh damn!
Yeah, that's up
Let's
there.
go.
I mean, the E85 is fine, but the block itself.
Right.
Although I'm still not ramping in the boost.
I'll
like
take it, dude.
heavy.
I can't believe. Well, that was 3rd gear. I can try a 2nd gear real quick, but I can't believe I'm not breaking traction yet. I can try a 1st gear too.
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't want to.
I'm kind of impressed with these little Sumis. I can try real quick. Are you gonna adjust
So
them?
you're gonna do 2nd again?
1st, 2nd, 3rd.
Okay, go ahead.
Dude.
Good to go.
That's awesome.
My laptop's straight shut. Like, boop, boop. I'm like, okay, well.
That's so sick. That feels really good. My butt dynos, it doesn't read well under like 600 horsepower these days, but I want to say that feels like 4. High
390 range, something like that, yep.
Dude.
drive car because it is not spinning.
Yeah.
Maybe the weight transfer on the IS is really good or something.
I guess so. I mean, I don't credit to Sumitomo for making some tires that work. My neighbor's right there. He's gonna be like, what is he doing? Oh yeah.
I had nothing to do with that, by the way.
That was good. I like the smell of tire smoke, so I'm happy now. Dude, and I got no leaks. I freaking fixed the power steering right before you got here. God dang, Ethan. As soon as I said that, there's the power steering. So the idea was to finish up that tune and tune, sorry, I say pizza, so I got a burp, guys, hold on. All right, we're good, we're back. The idea was to then move on to tune the Evo, up the boost, since we fixed what was wrong, but, well, we actually found out like our main issue with the car. And we tried to fix it, but the parts we need weren't in stock anywhere local. As you can see, and I wish I kind of would have taken video of it, but there was a leak at the injector, so it was just like a lot was happening. We got the fuel rail off. The seat or the seal, the O-ring at the injector was not the right size. I can't remember if Drew had, I have a lot of cars, so I just don't remember everything, but I know Drew had like gotten a specific one for this, but it's still the wrong one. There was a huge vacuum leak at the seat of the injector, basically, so we were losing a lot of air. So that's probably mostly why we had complications last time with the boost solenoid and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not really frustrated about replacing that. You'll see that whenever I actually make this video, when this thing comes back, but I gotta just get new seals and this should be good. So I was a little bummed about that. We also could have tuned the Civic, but we spent some time chasing these parts that don't exist in person apparently. So I've got to order some seals, got to push this thing back in the garage, and that'll be it. Now Ethan and I are just eating some pizza. He's looking at the R33. I don't know if I actually should even describe what's happening, but
new firmware is going on right now.
Okay.
So.
If I plug it back into the stock ECU, it still does the same thing.
Oh really?
Yes, I don't think I mentioned
it.
It's gotta be a harness.
Something is not hooked up or something is not getting, okay.
So guys, we're getting spark, but no fuel, and I'll explain later. We've tested that there's power at the injectors, tested a Noid light, it doesn't actually fire or pulse the injector. We'll figure it out. I have, 20 gigabytes of footage for this video, and I have 20 gigabytes of footage for this video. But just in Evan Shanks fashion, things just don't work. But I'm very happy we finally got the IS300 finished. This thing is actually, this thing's way more fun than I thought. And it actually kind of feels pretty similar to how this car felt on like 500, only because this car is we had to take out a lot of torque in this to save the W58 and the clutch and the bottom end, quite frankly, when it was at 500. So really, we probably have almost incredibly similar torque numbers with this, and it just revs and revs and revs, builds, boost, builds. It's really, really fun and makes some beautiful noises. Now that this is tuned, I can actually drive it to Jose and have it painted. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on that, and I'm super amped on that, but this is sick. This has been a long time in the works. I know there's a lot of people out there that have been particularly excited about the IS300. Some of you guys don't even know what's happening because you didn't get to see the beginning of this, but yeah, the CX Racing kit actually turned out pretty good, albeit we're gonna keep looking over the R33. Hopefully maybe get some kind of something, but hey, big thank you to Ethan at Trackstar. If you guys need a tune, you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, hit him up, but make sure your car's ready before you bring it to him. You want me to start saying that before every time yeah, okay.
I only touch wrenches for special people.
After tinkering with, I'm just gonna sit down. It's been a long day. After tinkering with the Skyline, still nothing. Might have to just completely redo the harness and everything. So anyways, I had fun today. It was fantastic. I love doing Jay-Z things and hanging out with Ethan. It's always fun. Seriously, if you need a tune for any type of car, he is fantastic, and he really does an amazing job, and I fully support him, have for years. His tunes are always amazing, and he continuously actually proves a lot of other shops wrong by actually making more power with his tunes and still being safe to drive and stuff like that. So you guys hit him up if you guys need anything, if you need a tune or whatnot, if it's available for your platform. Haven't really thought about my daily advice for today. Actually, I'll say this. A lot of us just try and go through life as fast as possible, and we're just always in a rush, right? It's okay to take your time for perfection, or it's okay to not be as fast as the person next to you. It's as long as you're doing your best. Don't get discouraged if it's taking you a longer time to accomplish something. Don't let yourself down if you're not accomplishing something as fast as you could or as you want to. We live in a world where everything's just like now. Like if I don't get daily vlogs, I don't want to watch your channel. If I don't get my Amazon delivery same day, I'm not gonna support it anymore. But like, take a second, meditate, breathe, be in the moment, and don't rush. Because life really goes by way faster than I ever thought it would. I don't know if that was the best advice possible, but that was just something that came to my head. I'm like, dang, some people just, there's too many people out there that like teach us or influence us to just go boom, 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 boom. And if we're not going boom, 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 we're not good enough. So maybe that's the advice I have for you. You're still good enough, even if you don't do it as fast or as quickly or as efficient as somebody else. You guys have an amazing day. Catch you guys next video, whenever that might be. Peace. Hey, I got 2 videos for you guys to watch. Help me out a ton if you watch them, please and thank you. I love you. I'll give you a kiss.